that whatever adverse impact had been inflicted on India's trade after USA imposed 25% reciprocal tariff and 25% punitive tariff, total 50%, particularly the labor intensive industry products. We have found a great opening for those products. I'm saying, what is the present Sarkar of India doing? The present government of India is actually shaping the environment, preparing India to become a global power by 2047. Put together, the GDP comes to is 25% of the global GDP. It's a huge, huge amount.
Yeah.
One can't visualize. Almost close to 23 to 24 trillion dollars. When you reduce the tariff, then it becomes a very steady and very effective trading system. When the trade is effective, you will find security is also effective. When security is effective, you will find relationship will become stable. Stability will be of very high order. It has got speeded up by virtue of the pressures which came unnecessarily in a most undiplomatic, uncivilized manner. 99.5% of Indian products will have free access into European market. कहाँ मिलेगा? So this, and look at the timing.
वंदे मातरम दोस्तों, मैवरिक जियोपॉलिटिक्स के आज के सेशन में आप सबका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। चैनल को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा। आज हमारे साथ है मेजर जनरल सुधाकर जी, सीनियर जियोपॉलिटिकल एंड स्ट्रेटेजिक इंटरनेशनल अफेयर्स एक्सपर्ट। सुधाकर सर, प्रणाम।
Pranam, Vikas, always a great delight and I would say honor to connect with you and contribute through your channel whatever penny's worth I can.
Sir, it's an honor to have you and your
Thank-
time. You are a very, very busy person, and you providing your time to my small little channel is a big, big, big thing for me. I can't be more thankful to you.
Then, Vikas, there are no small channels, there are no big channels. There is only one channel. That channel is should be driven by curiosity. You know, you
Thank
are
you
a
so much, sir.
seeker. You are seeker of knowledge. So therefore, I am here to actually transfer whatever I have learned
Means a lot, sir. Means a
family,
lot.
and because of which I came up to this rank, you know.
Means
So
a
I
lot, sir.
could have gone up, but the fact remains that whatever God has given, God also has given me some role and responsibility for the society. That is why I'm willingly and voluntarily I'm contributing to platforms like yours. Yours is not chota mota; it's a very bada platform for me.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Means a lot. Encourages me a lot. And it's always a great pleasure to talking to you. Sir, shall we begin our today's session?
Yeah, please do so.
There are lots of things happening geopolitically and इतनी तेजी से हो रही है चीजें कि आई एम अनेबल टू एक्चुअली कैच अप कि क्या क्या देखना है, क्या क्या फॉलो करूं। मतलब सारी चीजें आर लाइक फ्लाइंग थिक एंड फास्ट, बट या वी कैन टेक टू थ्री थिंग्स एंड अ भंडार ऑफ नॉलेज फ्रॉम यू। We can maybe start or and touch upon the India European Union FTA to begin with.
Okay, because we can start off with anything. European Union and India trade agreement. Yeah, it has been carrying on for past more than 2 decades, and finally it has come to fruition. This fruition will be subjected to scrutiny, ratification. You know, there are 27 countries in Europe. The beauty about this particular thing is that whatever adverse impact had been inflicted on India's trade after USA imposed 25% reciprocal tariff and 25% punitive tariff, total 50%, particularly the labor intensive industry products. We have found a great opening for those products. You have jewelry, you have leather products, you have shoes, you know, leather bags, you have electronic products, you have interior decor items, you know, such like things. So you can name on and on. You have textile, you have apparels. So these are very labor intensive things which were very adversely impacted. It's a great opening. Now this must be carried forward. And second best part that has happened is we have kept our agricultural and the dairy sector duly protected. They also have protected their interest. We have protected our interest. Okay. 99.5% of Indian products will have free access into European market. कहाँ मिलेगा आपको इस तरह? ठीक है? So this, and look at the timing. And we must thank Donald Trump or USA for that. It has got speeded up by virtue of the pressures which came unnecessarily in a most undiplomatic, uncivilized manner from countries like superpower. This is not expected. You don't expect the superpower officials to use such kind of utterances, which is not prevalent in normal communication between two rogue people. Okay, so therefore, I think it's a big message to USA. It's a big achievement and golden milestone. I would say, in my opinion, like our honorable Prime Minister, I heard him saying, this particular deal, it is mother of all deals. In short, they call it as MOAD.
MOAD, yeah.
But I would actually add on to say this deal is actually set open a new era of relationship between India and European Union for multiple things. It is not only trade and commerce. Look at the mobility factor. Number of students who will go there, get admission, study, okay, the skilled labor and to and fro movement. Look at, they're also happy. Their wine, French wine, had been subjected to lots of tariff and custom duty earlier.
Yeah.
Wine, the liquor, everything they're getting. The car, motor car, which was charged almost close to 140% of tariff, will come down to 10%, gradually, of course. So such kind of things, these are phenomenal. The approach has been by reducing the tariff. When you reduce the tariff, then it becomes a very steady and very effective trading system. When the trade is effective, you will find security is also effective. When security is effective, you will find relationship will become stable. Stability will be of very high order. So all these things are interconnected. Trade, security, stability, and thereafter growth and prosperity.
Absolutely. Sir, I have one point to add. And this is basis my own experience of working in Europe. So this was around 2015-16, and I was deployed in Finland from my organization. I tell you, Europeans love working with Indians.
Oh, yes. I have traveled the length and breadth of Europe, by the way. I've been to Finland myself.
Yeah, from mobility. So on your point of mobility, जो आपने touch किया था अभी, मैं उस पे एक instance वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि they love working with us because we are like, and I have experienced that firsthand. Because when we are working with them, we gel with them well.
Yeah.
We don't corner ourselves, we don't corner them. We work with them. We don't stay with them, but we become a part of their society. So that funda I can myself relate to because I had celebrated Christmas with them. They celebrated our festivals. At that point of time, it was Diwali, and I was there in Finland, and they are very, very keen to understand Hindu cultures and
Yeah.
all these things. So
Correct.
yeah, absolutely. Mobility, that is one thing that is going to benefit.
Another thing you see, whether we agree or not, you see, you look at the timelines of industrial revolution, first industrial revolution, second industrial revolution, third industrial. We are now between fourth and fifth. The fourth industrial revolution has set course. Where? In Germany. Germany is the mother of fourth industrial revolution. When you talk about the smart city,
Yeah.
smartphone, smart services, okay, it is here the 5G. Now we are talking about 6G, the technology. Technological sovereignty is one issue, but technology transfer and make in India is another issue. It is actually playing to the gallery of India's expectations and interest. It is a classic. Well, damn anything. India, instead of celebrating, I would say, put your head down, follow that Deng Xiaoping's statement. bide time, okay, and continue working for the socio-economic. We have got miles to go before we sleep. Miles to go. Another beautiful thing, you see, there are 27 countries, okay? Now, put together, the GDP comes to it's 25% of the global GDP. It's a
Yeah.
huge, huge amount.
Yeah.
One can't visualize. Almost close to 23 to 24 trillion dollars, including UK. अब पॉपुलेशन देखिए ना, पॉपुलेशन यूरोप का आपका 45 450 मिलियन है, 45 करोड़। अगर पूरा यूरोप का आप जोड़ते हैं, जो देश है, टर्की हो गया, यूक्रेन इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ यूरोप बाय द वे, यूक्रेन, रशिया का सम पोर्शन ऑफ रशिया इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ वेयर द पॉपुलेशन इज कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड। If you add up all this, it comes to 750 million, 75 crores of people. So why am I highlighting this? I'm highlighting this. Look at the level of the what do you call that? The middle class population, the buying capacity. Out of 75 crores, or even if it is not 70, 27 countries are below, 45 crores people, the middle class population, the buying capacity of middle class population is much, much higher. It is the highest in the world, I would say. Next, maybe second highest next to USA.
Very close to US. Yeah.
Okay.
Very
So
close to US.
that is the kind of market you have, and your labor intensive industry was very badly affected. It has been lifted up by virtue of this. Automobile industry, you talk about, look at the cars, they will be actually, talk BMW or any such kind of car which are being manufactured in this thing. Germany will get a boost. Apart from all this, you see, our defense production.
People are, sir, sorry to interrupt you. People are already excited that they will have affordable BMWs and the Audis. क्योंकि
Exactly.
उनका spares भी बहुत costly होता है. Now imagine importing spares from Germany till here. Ages लग जाता है. गाड़ी लेके आदमी पछताता था. Maybe that will
I'm
change now.
going live with one channel. I'll call you back. Okay, Gayatri. So that is one issue. Second issue that I wish to share with you is Germany, France. You see what has happened. There was a time when our dependence on Russia, as far as military hardware was concerned, was around 86%. It came down to 76% because they couldn't. After the disintegration of Soviet Union, gradually started coming down. Okay, and after the Ukraine-Russia conflict started, they have not been able to meet our requirement of spares or meet our demands of like S400. We demanded for 5 batteries, 3 have come, 2 are yet to come. They're behind schedule by 2 years now. We required them urgently. Thereafter, we are ordering a couple of more because they are the best in the world. They are far better than Patriot missiles.
Correct.
Okay, now we are looking for S500 to be produced under the name of Make in India itself by technology transfer. So when you talk about the technology transfer, there was little resistance, not little, quite resistance. Take the example of France, the aerospace engine, Safran or Safran, I think they call
Saffron,
it.
yeah.
Or talk about the Rafale aircraft platforms. The Rafale aerial platform, they had refused to share the S code. If the S code is not given, what it means to a layman is nothing actually, unless you explain to them. The S code is required when Rafale platforms are designed for the missile system which are produced in France, like Spike, like Meteor, these kind of missiles. Okay. Similarly, there are 2, 3 other names with a different range, different penetration, different navigational guidance system. Okay. So once the S code is actually handed over or shared, then you can fit in your BrahMos. BrahMos has proved its credibility and its potential, the potential during Operation Sindoor. We would like to have BrahMos. We would like to have our, Akash series of air to ground missiles. We would like to have, different varieties of such kind of missiles which are indigenously produced. That is why S code is required, which USA is not prepared to share. उनका तो जी क्या 404 and 414 it has taken it's delayed by 2 years, and that too they have given only two of them, I think. So therefore it's a win-win case. Look at the submarines. We have already gone in for an agreement with Germany. We'll be manufacturing six submarines here in India, the German technology will be transferred to India. That's a big achievement. And now talk about the France. France के साथ भी ये submarine का already understanding है. Incidentally, Europe is the country where you have the shipbuilding capability. Today, India has got how many? 1,500 ships. 95% of our export goes through the maritime sea lanes of communication. 95%.
Yeah.
55 through South China Sea or Asia Pacific, and remaining 45% through Suez Canal, south of Cape of Good Hope. Okay, what I'm trying to bring out is 95% of our dependency is on foreign vessels.
Yeah.
So government has recent past में they have released some significant fund. We are planning to build almost about 1,000 more ships by 2030. We need to actually build it up. The availability of the vessels or the ships for any kind of transportation, maritime trade in the world is 1,20,000. Out of that, India has got just about 1,500. Out of 1,500, almost 3 to 400 are old, likely to be decayed, out of service in next 2 to 3 years' time. So whatever we are producing by 2030, you will have equal number, if not more, getting out of service. So we need to speed up the shipbuilding. Why am I bringing up this point? Is the shipbuilding capability of country like Netherlands, Norway, the Nordic countries, they're very good in shipbuilding. What we are lacking also is in the ship engine. We have been dependent on countries like Ukraine, Russia. Europe is a country which will be able to give us no know-how. Engine for the tanks. Germany is very good in making the tank engine.
I
Okay,
think so.
same with the capability.
Russia's already started working with us on building the icebreakers, right?
Yeah, icebreaker. Yeah, the icebreaker. That is, you're talking about the Arctic,
Arctic के लिए,
Arctic
because
maritime
so
lanes.
the ice are melting, and to clear that we need icebreakers.
You see, that is a very important angle actually. Icebreaker is a future force multiplier.
Yeah.
It is going to catapult India. Many of us are people may not be knowing there are people in our country who are thinking ahead of time. We have a base. People may not know this. हिमाद्री. किसी को पता है कि वहाँ पे जो आर्कटिक का काउंसिल है वो काउंसिल में 8 देशों का नाम है जो जो आते हैं आर्कटिक यूएसए हो गया कनाडा हो गया इसी तरह फिनलैंड फुनलैंड ये जो कंट्री है ना 3 4 इनमें से भी है जो आर्कटिक सर्कल की बात है ग्रीनलैंड है लेकिन इंडिया इज एज अ ऑब्जर्वर स्टेटस वी ऑलरेडी हैव अ फुटप्रिंट एट हिमाद्री वी आर कैरिंग आउट रिसर्च वी आर कैरिंग आउट प्रिपरेशंस टू रिसीव आवर big vessels. We have started undertaking the construction of the jetties. We are planning for some kind of aerial, platform where the helicopters or big aircrafts also come and land in the rarefied kind of atmosphere. So that's preparing for what is. You see, that's what I keep often saying. What is the present Sarkar of India doing? The present government of India is actually shaping the environment, preparing India to become a global power by 2047. ठीक है so there are big very significant strides which we are making. One should take note of. Another thing is देखो सिर्फ it is not European Union. You have had a FTA with UK. You have had your FTA with EFTA. EFTA is
EFTA, yeah.
you have Iceland, you have Switzerland,
Switzerland, Liechtenstein,
Liechtenstein, then 3 4 एक और रह गया कोई
एक
country.
और है,
Norway.
नॉर्वे.
The 4 countries. You see, these 4 countries put together, their GDP is close to 1.34 trillion US dollar. I'm talking
स्विट्जरलैंड सर कैश रिच कंट्री.
cash rich country. Look at the per capita income, and
Yeah.
they are also it's like European Union का advantage ये है. It is not only 27 countries. There are 66 to 76 countries who are on the trading block of European Union. Few days back, Mercosur, although people in Europe they keep saying no, it has got held up. It will take time. Unless there was fire in the belly of the Europeans, the very agreement wouldn't have taken place. It was hanging fire for past 30 years. Mercosur is of the Latin America. The moment you are reaching out to Latin America, that means it is the backyard of US, the same US which is trying to put them at shoulders distance. You will be capturing the market of the Latin America, which once upon a time used to be the backyard of USA under the sphere of influence of USA.
Absolutely, absolutely.
ठीक है. So we are not member of Mercosur. Mercosur में जो countries है चार पांच है उधर ही Latin America का. I think you have Argentina, you have Bolivia, you have got
Paraguay, Brazil,
Paraguay, Uruguay is there. Such
Uruguay, Brazil, and Paraguay.
yeah, Brazil is the largest country in
Brazil
Latin.
is largest.
In times ahead, not because of the mineral richness or the oil they have. You see, they have very rare kind of high percentage of rare earth element,
Yeah,
high percentage, and these are of pure quality. Oil in Venezuela is of very hard variety, is a high acidity, high sulfur content. You require a different kind of a processing machine. Guyana has got a very good quality. But this is the backyard. The geopolitics is undergoing significant change. That's what a little while back we were in a panel discussion. I said the strategic realignment of geopolitics is being driven by geoeconomics in the world order today. Geoeconomics is further being driven by geotechnology. And technology is being driven by the central component is the rare earth element and the critical minerals. Critical minerals, for example, neodymium is name of a critical mineral without which your F-15 cannot fly, without which your Teslas cannot move, without which your data centers will go dark,
yeah.
without which you cannot make missiles, without which you cannot make infrared sensors, nor flares, nor ammunition, nor nuclear weapons. Similarly, there is another one called as antimony. Antimony is such a critical mineral without which, again, it's actually driving the strategic sector. ये यहाँ पे भरा हुआ है इधर लैटिन अमेरिका में. You see, without that you can't make any of this. And ऊपर से क्या आप and देखो whether you like it or not, China has had a head start. It is dominating. People say 90%. Make around 97% of upstream, midstream, and downstream. Okay. When I talk about upstream, midstream, downstream, what I mean is माइनिंग. पहले तो सर्वे करना पड़ेगा, उसके बाद माइनिंग. आपका जो लिथियम ट्राइंगल है पूरा वर्ल्ड में लार्जेस्ट लिथियम ट्राइंगल इज हियर इन लैटिन अमेरिका. And mining, extraction, refining, and processing. Thereafter, production. All of them, the machinery, processing. It has got two different types of, critical minerals. The soft variety, the hard variety. सॉफ्ट वैरायटी मशीन को प्रोसेस करने के लिए यूएस और ऑस्ट्रेलिया के पास है. लेकिन ये जो हार्ड वैरायटी है ना, हार्ड वैरायटी उस किस्म के, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल वर्जिन क्लास सबमरीन, स्टेल्थ टेक्नोलॉजी, न्यूक्लियर रिएक्टर्स, such like things. Your EV, electric vehicle, because the graphite blocks so hai, they are separate this thing. But what I'm trying to bring out is कि these kind of things are used. Your solar cell, you see, non-fossil or renewable energy is gaining momentum by the day. You cannot produce a solar cell without things like this that I'm talking of. Gallium, germanium, these kind of metals. So basically what I'm saying is it's a master stroke. India has played its card very well. There will be oppositions, there will be resistance within the country. बाहर तो छोड़िए आप, यूरोप में हो या ना हो, यहाँ पे होगा रेटिफिकेशन के टाइम में. अपने खुद के जो लोग हैं वो कुछ ना कुछ गुंडी निकाल के बोलेंगे अरे
खुद के
क्या
लोगों को पे किया जाएगा सर कि आप इसके अगेंस्ट बात करो.
बात करो. ठीक है नहीं. सो इसीलिए आई एम सेइंग वी हैव हैड अ सिग्निफिकेंट माइलस्टोन एज फार एज दिस पर्टिकुलर एग्रीमेंट इज कंसर्न. And there are many more things which will come out. There are pitfalls. There are also pitfalls. We should not take things for granted. We have to continue working hard and make sure that the push is given at every stage. For the ratification will take anything between 1 to 3 years. We need to actually hasten up, speed up, follow it up with respective countries. Okay, so that is one part, and the other part is we need to talk about the Iran and America thing.
सर बिफोर
So,
दैट कैन यू एडजस्ट योर वॉल्यूम अ बिट. थोड़ा सा लो आ रहा है वॉल्यूम को. कैन यू एडजस्ट?
वॉल्यूम लो आ रहा है क्या?
Or else we can continue. It's not that
और
bad also. But that's okay. We can continue.
बट व्हाई इज इट कमिंग लो? इसमें म्यूट दिखा रहा है मेरे
थोड़ा सा लो आ रहा है. But else we can continue. That's not a problem at all.
अभी ठीक है? इज इट बेटर?
Uh, थोड़ा
नो,
सा बेटर है.
ये क्यों लो आ रहा है? टर्न अप द वॉल्यूम हो गया, टर्न अप फुल कर दिया। एनीवे, सो नाउ वी कम टू
Yeah. Iran.
Iran. People have been asking me in different channels, will America attack? I said, as a military man, we have been trained. My response is whether it attacks or not, but you take it that it is going to attack. If you don't actually perceive that the attack is coming, the Iran or the defender is going to be unprepared. But will it really attack? Serious sense, I have given out multiple factors. I have explained to them. Despite having told them that yes, US will attack because once it is mobilized aircraft carrier, it has mobilized the naval resources. Its troops have already concentrated in Middle East. Plus, it is going to impinge on the image of Donald Trump if it doesn't do. Like he did not want to go in for Iran, attacking Iran on 11th of June, June की महीने में पिछले साल. It is because Netanyahu forced him. It coerced him to, brought him in. He didn't want to come in because Iran is not like Venezuela. Venezuela is a smaller country. Iran is a bigger country.
Correct.
Iran is a civilizational country. Look at the size of the armed force. Venezuela, they have got just about 1,06,000 or 10,000 maximum. Iran has got 600,000 of all three services. Plus, they have got paramilitary force, IRGC. Plus, they have other elements as well. They have the nuclear, I will not say capability, they have enriched uranium as of now, but informally I can share my assumption that Iran, right since not now, since 2000, New York Times has time and again had published articles with verifiable intelligence that Iran has got minimum 6 to 9, if not the actual high yield nuclear warhead, it has got tactical nuclear weapons.
Dirty bombs. The dirty bombs.
Dirty bombs तो अलग है, मैं कह रहा हूँ
अच्छा.
tactical nuclear weapon, the yield is around 0.5 to 1.5 किलो टन जो होता है.
Okay.
जो लिटिल बॉय के साथ कंपेयर करोगे, which was dropped in 1945, was around 15 किलो टन. ठीक है ना? सो टैक्टिकल छोटे साइज के होते हैं, मिनिएचर जो है उनका रेंज भी छोटे, 70 किलोमीटर 80 किलोमीटर, सो दैट दे कैन बी फायर्ड फ्रॉम द आर्टिलरी गन्स or
Oh,
projectile
okay.
systems. Like, you don't have to use the aircraft or missiles and other things. No.
वो आपके आर्टिलरी गन से ही आप फायर कर सकते
Yes, artillery gun से कर सकते हो आप. ठीक है? It is like a normal typical shell. It is not like a nuclear bomb जो warhead होता है. It has got three components: a trigger, a launcher, मतलब delivery system, and the warhead.
हो. Right.
तो इसका जो वॉरहेड है, वॉरहेड के साथ एक शेल बना हुआ है, उसके साथ एक फ्यूज है. वंस इट इज लोडेड ऑन टू द गन सिस्टम, द गन इज ट्रिगर्ड, इट इज, यू प्रेस द
Gets
बटन,
fired.
it fires. It goes up to a range of 70 odd kilometers. The
Okay.
impact is going to be, in case of, let's say, the little boy kind of a bomb, 18 or 15 kiloton, the impact is around 3.8 kilometer radius. Okay? उस रेडियस में आपको कोई भी चीज, मतलब राखे हुए लगा और कुछ मिले, एवरीथिंग विल टर्न इनटू ऐश.
Okay.
प्लस इट विल हैव ईएमपी, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक जो पल्स होता है ना, इसका आपका सारे टेलीफोन कम्युनिकेशन, आपके जो जितने ब्लूटूथ शूटूथ सब गायब हो जाएंगे. एवरीथिंग विल डिसअपियर. व्हेन कम्युनिकेशन इज डिसरप्टेड, नहीं, डिस्ट्रॉयड, decimated, will people in 21st century be able to survive? You can't survive without your laptop. You can't survive without the mobile. If you can't talk to the prime minister of the country, can't talk to a chief minister of the state or chief of the army staff, or if within the army itself, if the corps commander cannot talk to the army commander, commander cannot talk to the chief of the army staff. So it is as good. It is one single bomb has been able to disrupt or decimate the communication, destroy the communication so badly. And इसके अलावा और क्या है? It has got radiation effect. It will lead to blindness, it will lead to nausea, it will lead to loss of weight, it will lead to cancer, like the people in Japan have suffered. Okay, I personally feel that give the devil its due. Iran, why am I saying this? I'm saying this is a 4,000 किलो enriched यूरेनियम बोले ना 60% से ज्यादा है. लिटिल बॉय का यूरेनियम जो बॉम्ब बनाने के लिए आपका एनरिचमेंट लेवल वाज 86.7%. मेरा रिसर्च इंडिकेट कर रहा है फ्रॉम ओपन सोर्स दैट द एनरिचमेंट परसेंटेज ऑफ दिस 4,000 kg in Iran is already crossed that 86.7%. It has reached a figure of 87.7%. 1% more than what the little boy had.
बट सर यूएस ने तो, सर आई वन क्वेश्चन, यूएस ने तो क्लेम किया था कि उनका जो मिडनाइट हैमर का जो ऑपरेशन था, दैट काइंड ऑफ नतान्स एंड फर्दो को उन्होंने पूरा डिस्ट्रॉय कर दिया, एंड दैट हैज
मुझे
बीन काइंड
I
ऑफ।
have my doubts. They may claim, but
पर ईरान इज वेरी श्रूड सर, यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट, वो वेनेजुएला नहीं है, एंड यूएस कांट मेक दैट मिस्टेक बिकॉज अगेन यूएस इज कमिंग टू ईरान टू हिट देम।
there is a contestation in the Islamic world for Ummah. Ummah, what is Ummah? Supreme leader along the Islams between Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and Iran. Iran is a Shia-dominated society. They have been at each other's neck, Shia and Sunni, for past 1400 years. That is why, despite being a Shia, they are supporting Hamas. Hamas is nothing but Sunnis.
करेक्ट।
सऊदी अरेबिया और टर्की को बता रहे हैं ना कि भैया आपकी बस की तो बात नहीं है, लेकिन हम सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं हमास को. ठीक है नहीं.
इस बात के लिए ईरान को मानना पड़ेगा सर।
सो लुक एट द प्रॉक्सीज, द हुतीज, द हमास, द हिजबुल्ला दे आर शिया डोमिनेटेड, बट ये जो हमास है, हुतीज, हुतीज ऑल्सो देर आर सुन्नीज देयर. In Yemen, it's a Sunni dominant. 65 to 70% people are Sunnis there.
सुन्नी पॉपुलेशन हुआ।
ठीक है ना. येमेन इज डिवाइडेड इनटू टू पार्ट्स, नॉर्थ येमेन, साउथ येमेन.
साउथ में।
साउथ येमेन में सऊदी अरेबिया और इसका यूएई का झगड़ा चल रहा है, लड़ाई चल रही है. ईच वन इज ट्राइंग टू पुश द अदर आउट.
करेक्ट।
बट द इंटरनेशनल एजेंसीज दे सपोर्ट सऊदी अरेबिया गवर्नमेंट. एनीवे, वी आर गेटिंग डाइग्रेस, बट द फैक्ट इज that let's say in the worst case scenario, USA is pushed to go in for the conflict. Kya will it be able to carry out regime change the way it carried out there in case of this chap Maduro? I don't think so. It is not that easy. A lot of people अभी panel discussion में बैठे थे. What came out was कि in classified domain one issue has come out कि 31st of January को ये हमला करने जा रहे हैं. That is why this preparatory activity is going on. अगर जा रहे हैं, but will it be of any benefit? Will they be able to carry out regime change? If they carry out regime change, who next? Who's the deputy? आपने सबको तो मार दिया है. Is that person, what is his name? Reza Pahlavi or whatever, जो शाह का बेटा है.
राजा पहलवी।
For 47 years he has been out of the country. Will he be able to connect with the people if he comes back? Will he be able to contribute anything towards the democratic, the rules-based international order? जो आपने चाहा था कि वहां पे वेनेजुएला में होगा, विल यू बी एबल टू डू इट? इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. व्हाई इट इज डिफिकल्ट? पाकिस्तान में बेस तो बना लिया. पाकिस्तान का और ईरान का बॉर्डर है 909 किलोमीटर. ठीक है ना. ये जो एरिया है ये एरिड डेजर्ट है, सेमी माउंटेन है, छोटे छोटे पहाड़ियों के बीच में नाले हैं और कॉरिडोर्स बनते हैं. उनके डेल्टा फोर्स ऑलरेडी बॉर्डर के ऊपर बैठे हुए हैं बेसिस पे. किसके? अमेरिका के. उनके जो फाइटर एयरक्राफ्ट ऑलरेडी है. ठीक है ना. और ये लॉन्च करने वाला, मैं कह रहा हूं, मेरा काउंटर आर्गुमेंट है कि बिटवीन द कैरिबियन सी टू कैरगस इट वाज मैक्सिमम 30 to 40 minutes ऑफ ट्रैवलिंग टाइम, मैक्सिमम. बट फ्रॉम हियर पाकिस्तान बॉर्डर अप टू तेहरान, आप मैप खोल के देख लो, वो गूगल कर लो, डिस्टेंस होगा 1600 किलोमीटर, 1600 किलोमीटर्स. Will you be able to travel 1600 kilometers in 30, 45? There is a distinction, there is a difference between traveling time of 45 minutes and traveling time of 2.5 minutes. These are all surgical, clinical operations. The
सर
distance.
अनदर पॉइंट, अनदर इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट इज, इंटरनेट का शटडाउन कर दिया गया था ईरान में, एंड स्टारलिंक डिवाइसेस वर सप्लाइड, बट देन रशिया प्रोवाइडेड द टेक्नोलॉजी टू ईरान टू कट ऑफ द स्टारलिंक डिवाइसेस. वो सारे डिवाइसेस जीरो हो गए.
अरे
व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज,
हाँ,
If Russia can do this to the Starlink devices, Russia may have also given a technology to Iran to track जो पाकिस्तान से, क्योंकि ईरान ऑल्सो नो कि पाकिस्तान से ही आएगा अगर कुछ भी आना है तो पाकिस्तान से अगर आया एयरक्राफ्ट तो मे बी दे विल बी एबल टू ट्रैक एंड आई डोंट नो मे बी दे विल बी एबल टू शूट या कुछ होगा उसमें.
this is what I was coming to. You see, the little bit of topography and geography of Iran indicates कि इसका partly western, northern, northeastern portion जो है, these are all mountainous and hilly terrain.
Yeah.
जंगल है, forested area है, ठीक है. कनेक्टिविटी इज नॉट एज गुड एज इट इज हियर, लेकिन ये जो डिस्टेंस है फ्रॉम द पॉपुलेशन सेंटर इज द फारेस्ट, बट रोड्स वगैरह ट्रैक्स वगैरह नहीं है. ओके, सो एक तरफ आपका हिली एरिया है, और दूसरी बात लोग ये सोच रहे हैं कि ईरान का जो एयर डिफेंस सिस्टम है इट इज जिल्च, इट्स देयर इज नथिंग एग्जिस्टिंग, एवरीथिंग हैज बीन रेज्ड टू द ग्राउंड. आई एम सॉरी टू से that people need to study and go into the details with regard to Iran. Iran has got S-300, it has got S-400, don't be surprised. Number of them, पता नहीं, quietly they have come into Iran. कैसे आए हैं मुझे नहीं पता है. चाइना ने दिया है, रशिया दिया. चाइना को मेरा तो फ्रेंड कोई, somebody was mentioning today, some expert, that China has provided, I think in this panel discussion only somebody mentioned, some professor, Dr. Shubhda Chaudhary or somebody, 56 aircrafts, cargo aircrafts, have come from China one after another in a very limited time span. पिछले 2-3 दिन के अंदर ईरान में आके सामान अनलोड करके गए. क्या लेके आए वो? 56 एयरक्राफ्ट, ठीक है नहीं?
कार्गो कार्गो एयरक्राफ्ट आर ह्यूज, वो तो नॉर्मल पैसेंजर एयरक्राफ्ट नहीं होता.
सो ये आके धड़ाधड़ धड़ाधड़ 3-4 दिन के अंदर अनलोड होके गए हैं. ठीक है नहीं, मेरे को ये लग रहा है दे कुड बी एमुनेशन, दे कुड बी एक्सप्लोजिव, बट प्रिडोमिनेंटली they could be either the hypersonic or the drones. Chinese drones are very effective. They have got more than 300 or 400 varieties of drones, miniature drones, drone swarms they have got. Or they could be the air defense weapons. Okay, so and the biggest challenge is what people are under a misnomer that the Iron Dome of Israel is very effective. Arey Baba, Iron Dome of Israel is only for short range rockets or missile system, 70 kilometers. जबकि इनके पास लॉन्ग रेंज बैलिस्टिक क्रूज मिसाइल, इंटरकॉन्टिनेंटल बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल आ गया है, 12,000 किलोमीटर तक लॉन्च कर सकते हैं. दे हैव गॉट हाइपरसोनिक मिसाइल व्हिच मूव्स एट अ स्पीड ऑफ 10 to 12 मैक. हाइपरसोनिक मिसाइल, हाइपरसोनिक मिसाइल के लिए इसी तरह टू थिंग, वन इज डिटेक्शन, द अदर इज इंटरसेप्शन. While they can be detected by the satellites, but intercepting them by virtue of such a high speed kind of a movement, it is very difficult to intercept. That is why they managed to penetrate last time. ये जो they did not accept it, Israelis, oh, wishy-washy reply देखे, but they have managed to penetrate through the Iron Dome and hit at sensitive locations, installations, vital installations. The same thing will happen now. There are 19 bases. America says 19, people in the Western media say 19 bases. As per my calculation, it's more than 31 bases where the American troops are deployed. And all the bases, they are protected by the air defense system. That is my assumption. I don't know how the deployment, but to protect them from these missile or drone attacks, they have to have some kind of air defense system. So, and those air defense systems can also be penetrated by the hypersonic missile. ईरान ने अभी तक हाथ नहीं दिखाया है. Do not underestimate Iran. That is what my submission is. When you talk about the Strait of Hormuz, people may not know. The IRGC is there. They have the rockets there. They have the missiles deployed. Their fingers are on the trigger, ready to fire. Not only here, Venezuela, the backyard of USA has got IRGC. Within America itself, IRGC has penetrated into the ecosystem of the security, posing a serious threat to the life of Donald Trump or the leadership of USA. That is the kind of, it's not sensationalism, it is the reality. It's possible. It is not ISIS. So भैया कोई अगर बिल्ली को आप अगर if you start cornering a cat inside the four walls of a room, well, the cat will be left with no option. Finally, it will pounce on you. वही हालत हो रहा है. तो ऐसा ना हो कि रेजिम चेंज यहां करते करते कहीं उधर ना हो जाए। ठीक है ना? सो इसीलिए मैं कह रहा हूं, बिकॉज देर आर न्यू डायनेमिक्स टू प्लान एंड टू एग्जीक्यूट एन अटैक इन ईरान। Militarily, it is possible. But is it desirable? Is it going to stop the unrest or the protest which is taking place on the ground? Will it bring the prices down? Will it bounce back or make Iran resilient? The inflation is more than close to 50% now, more than 42%. Will it bring it down? No. Will somebody be there to take charge of the regime? So therefore, my whole take is this is all pressure technique. Second aspect, within USA, people have not approved Venezuela operation. People are not approving the ICE attacking the Americans. ICE is the Immigration Customs and Enforcement Agency, American. Okay, people are not approving the tariff. The Supreme Court is yet to give the verdict. People are not approving the way the immigrants have been handled. 70 lakhs, 7 million people were on the streets 5, 6 months back. People are not approving the price rise. The tariff has led to a kind of inflation and hyperinflation, further leading to unemployment. Look at the debt. They have got 38 trillion US dollar debt. What it means is every year they require $1 trillion to service the interest. To run the country, they require 6 trillion. To how much do they generate? They generate only 4 trillions of dollars. Deficit of 2 trillion, requirement of 1 trillion there. So therefore, the Fed Reserve Chairman, number of occasions he has said that there is a requirement of consistent requirement of steady inflow of wealth into America to survive as a declining superpower. So therefore, CIA has been given very hidden objective of looking for places where they can actually have oil, where they can have drug money, where they can have your pharmaceutical industry, they can sell the defense industry, rare earth element. Okay, these are the hidden objectives. All operations, wherever there is flashpoint, you'll find these 4, 5 things because oil market is 2.1 trillion, pharmaceutical is 1.8 to 2 trillion, your drug money is close to 2 trillion, defense industry 2.6 trillion, rare earth element is 6 to 7 trillion. And also be aware of the fact that midterm elections are around the corner. The TRP of Donald Trump is going down. In the recent past, they have had elections. I don't remember the names of the provinces. I think all 4 provinces, the Democrats have come back to power. They have, in the Senate, they have got 25 seats, which are falling vacant. Out of 25, 9 belong to Democrats. Rest, I think, either it is 25 plus 9, 34. Yeah, kuch hai. What I'm trying to highlight is that with this kind of demonstrated performance, which are in extremely poor light, I don't think Republicans will hold on. They will be able to come back to power in these provinces or the seats which are falling vacant. If that happens, well, Donald Trump is further actually being squeezed from all sides. Therefore, he has to play his cards very deftly. There is no question of boots on ground against Iran. There is no question of going ahead with the attack against Iran because of these issues, internal issues. There are many more. Greenland is another classic example. Many more. Europe, they have sidelined, they have isolated USA by ill-treating
Sir, this
European.
FTA that we spoke about earlier is a big slap on US. They should take it as a nice slap on their face.
Absolutely. So these kind of things. Today, the premier of UK is there meeting Z. Look at the changes. The German, I think, chancellor was with Z a couple of days back. So people have started actually shifting the alliances of
Yeah.
the country, and the dependency is also undergoing strategic shift now. This is going to have a telling impact in the supremacy and the authority of the superpower. In my opinion, I feel that in case of military campaign, attack can be done by anybody. America can do it, but the consequences of that attack is going to be cost prohibitive and America is going to be drawn in for a long drawn war, which is not desirable, not in the larger interest of America's economic health. That is why America has to economic and political stability. That is why America may not take a call to attack Iran. These are my views. Coming to the third point about the China, the purging. They have a Politburo. Politburo has got 7 members. Okay, out of 7 members, I think a year, 2 years back, 22nd Politburo meeting. The CMC chairman, that is the G, he only had carried out selection and he had scrutinized the documents. After detailed investigation, these people had been picked up. Out of 7, 5 have been purged. Only 1 person is left. In one of the channels, by mistake, I said that all 6 of them have been purged. But 5, actually it is 5, only 1 person is left. This vice chairman, Zha, who's been purged day before yesterday, he is the only guy who had some experience, personal experience during the conflict in Vietnam War. Otherwise, there is no senior officer available in PLA today who has had any kind of experience. Why has he been purged? He was the most loyal, he was the most obedient, he was the most benevolent person going around. They say he was sharing the nuclear secrets to USA. He was not reporting the matters of disobedience of orders to his superiors. Okay, so what is it that long and short of this narrative is that what is it Z is worried about? Is he worried about India? He cares a damn. India is no threat. Is he worried about USA? No. Is he worried about Russia? No. What is he worried about? What is his concern? His main concern is internal dissent. The moment internal dissent, you remember what happened in 1989? Tiananmen Square.
Tiananmen Square.
Okay, what happened there? That internal dissent is got the potential to become an internal implosion. And if implosion takes place in China, then the Communist Party, because you see the army, the armed forces members are members of the Communist Party. They are meant for the party, not for the country. Like our army, we are meant for the country. Okay, but their party has got a armed force. So all these things are going to collapse in no time. There is a prominent signature which is emerging, fault line emerging, which is indicative of serious fault lines, resentment, discontentment amongst the rank and file of the Army, Navy, and Air Force and the Special Defense Forces. So they are going through a very dangerous period. When they go through a dangerous period, similar thing took place in 1962, also 1969, also 1979. 62 में जब हुआ वो इंडिया के ऊपर अटैक किए. 69 में जब हुआ 69 में it was immediately or it was co-terminating something with the Great Leap Forward.
67 था ना सर वो?
67, हाँ, Great Leap Forward. Towards the end of Great Leap Forward, within 1 year or so, they attacked Russian border.
Yeah.
79 में something was taking place. The Cultural Revolution was culminating 76, 77. Okay. And Deng Xiao, I think he took over in 79. And the Mao Zedong died in 76 or 77. That is the time they attacked Vietnam. So what I'm saying is, under these circumstances, India has to remain extra on guard. These are my personal deductions.
Yeah.
I have served along the northern border. I'm Chinese qualified. I keep giving talks and also keep writing articles in international magazines and all. So my deductions suggest that India has to be extra careful along the northern border. India has to
You have to be very vigilant, sir. You are right.
very, very vigilant.
Chinese have that habit. Internally कुछ problem रहेगा. Twice they have tried attacking.
Correct.
So they have that habit. वो लोग externally कुछ करके they will try to create that nationalistic picture inside China कि देखो
Uh,
हमको भारत से खतरा था तो हमने भारत पे अटैक कर दिया.
well, it is basically to galvanize, whether it is
Yeah,
Pakistan or China, they will resort to this technique to galvanize their internal
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
internal disorder and unify them.
Correct.
Okay. Conflict is such a thing. Neighbor के साथ जब लड़ाई किया जाता है, वो it unifies the aggressor, the countrymen of the aggressor. So India has to be very, very prepared. And last but not the least is related to China thing, Taiwan. You see, in all the three examples I gave, extensive purging of senior officials had taken place. And yet they had hands down kind of a victory in 62. In 67, 69, they had managed to incurse into Russian territory. In 79, they got a kick all right, but they managed to have their foothold in Vietnam. What happened thereafter from Vietnam, they managed to kick out. Basic aim was to kick out America from Vietnam.
Yeah.
Okay, so Soviet Union plus China put together, they managed to kick them out. So in a way, they had success in Vietnam. They had partial success with Russia, and they had full success against India. The issue that I'm trying to bring out is that at that point in time, they had similar kind of purging, similar kind of senior officers had been removed, okay, or they had been, I think, subjected to life sentence or executed, and yet they had victory. So there is no question as to why they should be counting pennies and trying to defend themselves, like, victory is not there on their platter. So therefore, we need to be extra careful. And and last but not the least is what is happening in Bangladesh. 12th of February is not very far away, and elections are around the corner. Jamaiti is being propped up by the CIA. They are being supported. It is believed from the open source that their rating has gone up from wherever they were to a very high percentage. They are comparable, if not better than BNP. They are comparable. But more challenging thing than the election is what is going to happen prior to the election, is the referendum. That referendum will actually give the leeway for change of constitution. If the constitution changes, because the present constitution of Bangladesh has some semblance of democratic norms, Islamic Republic. The moment constitution changes, then you take it that Sharia law, Jamaiti has been already making noise that Sharia law will be, extended. If that happens, that will be highly a dangerous thing. And I have no quick answer or quick counter strategy, except for keeping eyes and ears open and having a select body of think tanks who can apply themselves, generate options, and best option is to be applied by the government of India. That is all I can say at the moment. That's it. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you are welcome.
I think it's a great knowledge bank, sir. As I say always, you're a data bank, knowledge bank. Thank you so much for today's session, sir. It's an honor to have you talking to us, sir. It's like, thank you so much, sir. That's all I can say. Thanks for your time.
Always a pleasure, and God bless you.
Thank
Proud
you
of
so
you.
much. My
Very
request to all our viewers is to like, share, and subscribe our channel and follow Sudhakar sir also. He's very, very active everywhere, and it's very difficult to find his time. So thanks a lot, sir, again.
Take care. All the best, huh?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Good night, beta. Good night. See
Good
you.
night, sir. Thank you.